I went to my rural areas after school, after boarding school. As I was in there, I would pray for hours, and my father came to me. He said, son, I want to tell you something. He was a serious man. He was so serious, he never used to beat us using real whips like from a tree. He said, I will use a wire because I'm afraid of the Forestry Commission. So you would understand.
You know, the demon that enters people, even fathers, even mothers, even brothers and sisters, to dim your light and to sabotage your progress. So prophetic angel was on the demon that entered his father, that nearly destroyed him as a man of God, nearly destroyed him as a prophet. You might be going through the same thing. Just watch this video and watch how he dealt with, at a point, his demonic father. Let's go watch this one. Let's go watch this one.
One of the greatest generals in this country was at school, and the boarding master came to him, and it happened to me also. And I began to pray because of my brother called Dr. Ben, and was telling me how to pray. And we would go to camp meetings, and with the general of God, Andrew Taunashe, and we would go there and sit in church for hours, and the men would preach. He would do word of knowledge, and all that, and all that, and all that. So I went back to school. When I got there, the boarding master there would just find me praying and tell me, please don't, you are praying too much. You are praying too much. This is too much. Then one day, I went on, I went to my rural areas after school, after boarding school. As I was in there, I would pray for hours, and my father came to me. He said, son, I want to tell you something. He was a serious man. He was so serious, he never used to beat us using real whips like from a tree. He said, I will use a wire because I'm afraid of the Forestry Commission. So you would understand him, Forestry Commission. Now notice, he said, my son, God is not like your friend. The way you are now dealing with God, it's like you have put God in your pocket like this. He said, God, every morning, what you do with God is every morning, you wake up, you look around and say, where is God now? And God will be standing outside the perimeter of the house, beyond the gate. And you say, how are you, Jehovah? Says, now every time I'm hearing you in your prayer room going like, Jesus, Jesus. He's tasting in your mouth like sugar. What kind of God is this? This is not, you need to respect God. I remembered what that man said when the boarding master came to him. He said, I heard the sweetest and the kindest voice of the devil that hour. God spoke to me to pray. The devil spoke to my father. And my father had the kindest voice of the devil speaking through him. He was so kind. He felt sorry for me, for my too many prayers. Because the devil will always try and hide behind something. The Bible says we do not fight against what? We do not fight against what? Flesh and blood. But against what? Principalities and power. Just because your uncle is saying something against you, it's not your uncle. The devil is hiding like he's hiding right now under hypocatastasis to tell the church I was a snake when he wasn't a snake. So now we won't know when the devil comes. The devil might have come to you as your sister.
These are critical, situations that you could find yourself in as a Christian or even as a spiritual person, right? And this is a matter of a huge concern because, some people can be very nice but demonic in a way, right? They are trying to be nice, but they are being possessed by the devil. So it's up to you to discern, okay, you are being nice, but being nice, you are the devil right now because you want to stop my progress. Now, Peter was the best friend of Jesus among all the disciples, right? But at a point, Jesus was like, "Ah, nah, get behind me, because at this juncture, the words that are proceeding out of your mouth are words that will sabotage my destiny." But it was just some few days ago when, Peter gave an excellent answer by revelation to Jesus Christ. So, fine, it's your father. Somebody say, why is it why is it that Prophet Uebert angel is lashing on the back of his father? Bro, chill, relax. You know, Peter was Jesus's body. But then, when it got to that time that he needs to be fired, he was fired. There's no two ways about this. I hope you get what I'm saying, right? Now, Hannah was praying, and then Eli, you know, Eli, Hannah was seriously praying, and he went into the realms. Sorry, she went into the realms to an extent where she was even lacking words of prayer. And Eli was like, "Ah, what's wrong with you? Are you drunk or something? If you are drunk, chill, pack your bags, leave. Because at this juncture, you can't do anything." But Hannah will have to look into the eyes of the prophet and say, "Hey, come on. Do I look like someone who is drunk now? Going through a lot." See, people don't know what you go through. There's one thing that Prophet Uebert Angel says that I picked up and carried it along in my life, right? Lord, give me hunger without hunger. So sometimes people don't really know that kind of hunger that you are going through. And so they could come to you on your journey, to embarking on whatever you are embarking on, and say nonsensical stuff. People can just see you doing one particular thing and they will approach you and say, "Oh, this thing, I tried it and never succeeded with it." And so there is no guarantee that as you are embarking on that same journey, you will be successful. At that point, at that juncture, is a devil manifesting himself through that individual. I don't care who that person is. I don't care the person's profile. Might be a lecturer, might be a brother, might be a sister, might even be a pastor. Remember, Eli was a pastor, was a prophet of God. And so, prophet was praying, and even these funny stories. Look at what the dad was trying to tell him. Funny stories. There are some people watching right now because of the realms that you have to access. There are some, spiritual exercises that you have to undertake that people will look at you and they'll say, "Ah, come on, you are a Christian, but your ways are the ways of a traditionalist. You are being a ritualist." Bro, listen, don't listen to them, right? Because you know the realms that you want to access, right? And so you just want to pay attention to what you are doing and be focused. Like Prophet was focused, irrespective of what the Father has told him. And then here is he right now, imparting generations. Guys, my name is Trodanix. I love to break down God's messages like this. Make sure you subscribe, share, like this video, and let's go. Here we go.